YouTube? Matt M. Roy back again. Back to another vlog video. It is finally Monday, the 9th of May, 2016. And yeah, I got quite a bit of stuff I got to do today. I want to head up the thrift store as usual. Probably not going to find too much of anything today though. It's Monday, so they usually don't stock over the weekend, at least not on Sundays. But I'm going to go there anyway, see what I can find. I've actually just been cleaning up here. I need to, I finally put that table down because I'm about to deliver that computer. And I need to clean up some stuff in my closet here. As you can see, I got a little bit of a mess down here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. There's, again, there's a few other things I want to do first. And one thing is, I want to make myself another cup of coffee. I've had pretty much one, actually, 3/4 of a cup, because I still have a little bit left in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. And I'm going to go finish this real quick. That was that French roast coffee I got from the Norfolk Coffee and Tea Company. Again, I can only use that in the Keurig up here because when I use it downstairs, for some stupid reason, it doesn't puncture the top and the bottom right, and it makes a whole mess with coffee grounds. Check this out, guys. Got some kind of spider there right behind my shade. I don't know what it is. Looks maybe like a little bit like a garden or a wood spider. Probably leave it alone because they usually eat all the other bugs that we really don't like. Let's see if he comes over to this side. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. No. No, he's going to stay behind there. Come on, little buddy. Maybe if I shake this a little bit. No, I guess he just wants to stay back there. Well, doesn't look like any type of poisonous spider I've ever seen, so I'm going to let him stay there and he can do his thing. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are probably saying, why don't you kill that spider? I can't stand spiders. Well, to be honest with you, that's about the one type of insect I don't mind. I don't like ants because they can crawl over you. And ants, we get these little tiny ants, and I've shown you this before, that come in usually this time of year. Matter of fact, we had them a few days ago. And they just creep me out. They're so small. Spiders, on the other hand, will eat all those other insects you don't like. So, if you see a non-poisonous spider in your house, I would highly recommend leaving it alone because that's about the only thing you'll see in your house for a while. Well, I want to go check on Simon because he was really tired this morning, like more tired than usual. So I don't know exactly what's going on with him. Dad's downstairs watching Fox News, I think. I don't know, it's either Fox or Fox Business News. It's about the only thing we get here. Alright, we'll go ahead and shut that door so we don't hear that. And here's Simon. Want to say hi to everybody? Say, I'm a kitty, I'm a kitty. I'm a kitty, I'm a kitty. You the kitty? What you doing, buddy? He's looking alright. I think he's had a sour stomach though. I try to get him grass as much as I can, but it's really expensive. It costs, I'm trying to think, I think it's about $8 for one thing, and it only lasts about 2 weeks, and then it just kind of dies off. You doing all right, buddy? You gonna say hi to everybody on YouTube? Yeah, he's not really in the mood to be pet right now. I just brushed him earlier. This time of year, as I've stated before, they are always shedding. Isn't that right, buddy? You doing well? Yeah, gonna go clean. Watch, because I just put lotion on my hands. Watch this. If I touch him here, if I go like this, a lot of times he'll want to clean because I think he smells the actual, I don't know what it is, like the oils that they put in the lotion. Usually he'll just immediately go over and start cleaning that spot. You gonna clean? He wants to. Clean, clean. Yeah, so he's too lazy right now. He doesn't even feel like cleaning. He just needs to sleep, and unfortunately that's what cats do mostly. There we go. There we go. Got to clean it. Got to get all those oils that were on my hand off of you, right? All right, we'll leave you alone. I know you want to get some more rest. Before we leave the room, I wanted to show you guys the finished product. We actually had some workmen go ahead and cover the skylight here. As you can see, It's basically one big sheet of wood for those of you that missed that vlog. And what we'll do in the summer, this is just going to stay up like this. And that pretty much helps the heat factor here, because during the summer, the sunlight just beams down in here and it's almost unbearable to be in here. So during the summer, this will stay up, but as fall and winter start coming, we can actually just pull that panel down and we can have access to our skylight again. One thing I noticed though, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, we're gonna have to touch up the paint a little bit, because I noticed like an actual transition here from the old to the new paint. So I think what we're probably gonna wind up doing is just repainting the entire ceiling. It's really hard to match paint, especially paint that's been on there for many years. The old paint kind of fades a little bit. When you put the new paint on, you don't get a seamless transition. But to be honest with you, it doesn't look bad. I think we'll probably leave it as is for now. Maybe when fall comes, we'll go ahead and break out the paint and just give this ceiling another coat. One thing I always find interesting, and I'll show you what sun does to plastics. If you look at that ventilation fan right there, that used to be as white as the ceiling, but because we've had so much sunlight in here over the years, it's actually yellowed substantially. And it's something we probably should replace eventually, but it absolutely works perfectly. Let me see if I can remember it. There we go. I mean, the fan is in like mint condition. It's hardly ever used. The bearings are perfect. So what I'm thinking I might do is just go ahead and paint that at the same time. Maybe just take it down and hit it up with some of the same color paint as the ceiling, and I think that should make it look pretty good. Alright, so now that I've gotten you guys pretty much updated, I am going to make myself another coffee. This time I'm going to use the Community Coffee House Blend. Go ahead and stick that in the Keurig. I'm going to take out the old cup here. I love this Keurig. This was my like $5 garage sale pickup. It's amazing how well this thing works. I'll try to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see it a little better, but this thing's still working great. I do not have the filter for it, and the reason is I found out this particular model didn't actually come with one, so I just use pre-filtered water and or distilled water, and it makes it so I don't have to desalinize this but maybe once a year. And I've actually haven't done it yet. When I first got this about 6 months ago, I did run the desalinization process, which, for those of you that don't know, is basically running vinegar through it. Usually about half a gallon is what I usually do, and then I run about 3 gallons of water to get the vinegar out of the system. But what it does is the vinegar gets in there, goes through the pump, goes through all the lines, and just kind of flushes it out, because as time goes by, in your Keurig, minerals build up inside and they can cause pump failure, they can cause clogs, because the lines in there are plastic. And when minerals build up in there, they kind of stick to the side of the plastic tubing and cause these clogs that are almost impossible to clear. That's why if you have a Keurig, you want to make sure you run that desalinization process every 6 months to a year, depending on how much you use it. Now, for me, because I am a fairly heavy coffee drinker, I like to do this about every 6 months. Now, bearing in mind that I do have 2 Keurigs, so half time using this, half time using the one downstairs, that makes it so I only have to desalinize it about once a year. And now that I'm talking to you guys, it just occurred to me I probably am overdue for a filter change on the Keurig downstairs, because the Keurig 2.0 does indeed have one of the filters in there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish making my cup of coffee, change out that filter, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Wow, guys, I thought we were totally done with the pollen this year. But I guess I was wrong. I've been wondering why my allergies were acting up so much. I just got in the car and I noticed this little film on my windshield. So I decided to run the washers, and as I was washing them, I could see a string of pollen just congealing on the side. So apparently this is like the second round of pollination this year, I guess. Usually doesn't last quite this long. But we've had some odd temperatures this year. We've been very cold a few days and very warm, so I guess it may be confusing some of the bees and all the other wildlife that pollinates. So as I stated before, I'm heading out to the thrift store right now. You might be realizing that this footage looks a little different. Well, that's because I'm filming with my Sony CX240 instead of the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. I do still like filming with it, but my only thing is I wanted to use it as a cell phone today. When I have it sitting up here, especially on a hot day, the back tends to get very warm, and I'm also afraid of it overheating. So certain days I'll be using this camcorder, but I want to touch on another subject real quick too. I'm thinking about getting another camcorder. I just looked at Best Buy, and they have this week a Canon, I think it's an RX700 HD series camcorder. Best Buy has it on special for $249, and I'm really looking into doing that. And the main reason I want it is that has a feature that this particular one doesn't have, and that is the option to plug in an external microphone. And I'm noticing that that's becoming something I really want, because especially when I'm filming outdoors, like yesterday when I had the GoPro, I had to boost the gain on that audio something fierce in Windows Movie Maker. I mean, I had to boost that up as high as I could, and even then I really wasn't very happy with the audio quality. And once again, that's because the GoPro that I have, and this is a question I get all the time, the GoPro I have is the GoPro Hero Plus LCD, which is kind of the lower mid-ranged one, and it does not have the capability of hooking up any type of external microphone. The only mic that I can use with that is the built-in microphone, and usually if it's close enough to me and there's not a lot of wind, that's sufficient. But you know, yesterday I really was unhappy with that. So I think the best option and the cheapest option I'm going to be able to find is to get something like that Canon 700 series HD camcorder that has the option to have an external microphone plugged into it. And I know there are a lot of different options for it. You can get ones that are wired, but you can also get one of the wireless lapel mics. I've seen it before. It has like a little, almost like a dongle looking device that plugs into the microphone port on the camcorder and then wirelessly transmits the signal from just a little mic that you wear on your collar. So something like that might be even a better option, and I really don't want to spend the money right now, but I think it's really going to improve the vlogs, and I think you guys will really enjoy having better quality audio. Now, bear in mind, this Sony camcorder has a fantastic built-in microphone, but lately I have not been very impressed with the video quality it's been producing, and I tried changing out the micro SD card because I thought maybe that was the culprit. I even adjusted the settings in Windows Movie Maker so the bitrate was higher, and it would actually give a better quality reproduction after I edited and rendered the video. But I still get a lot of noise, if you've noticed, when I'm recording with this camcorder, and I think it's just because this camcorder is getting old. I mean, this camcorder is 2 or 3 years old now. I've used it for filming quite a few of the vlogs, and I think it's just time to replace it. Now, I'm not going to get rid of this camcorder. This camcorder is going to stay with me because it is still good for certain tasks. Like if I'm going somewhere, I don't want to take the GoPro going somewhere where I'm afraid it might get damaged, then I probably will still use this camcorder. But we'll see what the budget allows for. I'm gonna go check. Our Best Buy is getting they don't have any of those camcorders in right now. They're supposed to be getting them in the 11th, which is 2 days from now, which would be Wednesday. And I want to see what kind of financing they offer. Usually if you spend more than $199, they give you like 6 or 8 months no interest financing, and that would be fine. I could pay that off in that time period with no problem. So again, we'll just have to see what the budget allows. Well, I am almost at the thrift store right now. I'm going to pause the vlog, and we'll see if I get anything. Talk to you in a few minutes. All right, guys, so I just left the thrift store, and what do you know? I actually did wind up finding something. Let me show you what it is. Picked up for $10, $9.98, this Keurig. This is a Platinum Series brewer. I believe this is the B79. I actually had one of these in the past, and I'm always a little concerned about picking them up there because generally I can't test them, but there was a new lady there today, and I asked her if she'd get me some water. And she did, and this thing works beautifully. No problems at all. Brewed just fine. This thing is like brand new. It's hardly ever been used. You can tell by looking at the cup inside. The K-cup holder is clean as can be, and it was clean before I ran the water through it. So that is awesome for $10. Not really sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I'm sure I'll find some good use for it. All right, well, it was nice while it lasted. The sun is definitely going away, and I'm not surprised. They pretty much predicted that we were going to get some pretty nasty storms tonight, and you know, what do they say? April showers bring May, or April flowers bring May showers. So that's definitely true around here. I always get that backwards. But yeah, I mean, you can see that it's definitely clouding up. The light's not coming in as well as it did before. I still can't get over I got that Keurig for $10. I'm going to take that home. I think what I'm going to do is put that up in the TV room where the other Keurig I have is now, the B49, I believe that model is, and I'll probably just wind up selling that one. I mean, I don't really need 3 Keurigs. Probably just sell that locally. I'm not going to ship a Keurig because I don't have the right packaging, and there's just way too many things that can get damaged during shipping. And if you guys have ever bought a new Keurig, you'll know that the way they package it, they actually have some of either a paper or a foam insert where the Keurig sits in both ends, and it keeps it securely in place, because you got the pump in there, you got all the tubing that the water goes through. All that stuff can be damaged in shipping. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even like carrying Keurigs in the car around without them being in some kind of basically a proper box. So definitely not going to ship that. I'll just probably try to sell that locally, and they're usually a pretty quick sell. When I list Keurigs, usually on Craigslist, I mean, I'll put it up there for like 40 or 50 bucks. They'll go within a couple of days because people really like them, and why wouldn't you? I mean, they are just so convenient. You know, before I had a Keurig, I used to use a electric percolator. I kid you not. I never liked the auto drips because I never wanted to make that big of a pot. So what I would do is I had one of those old metal electronic percolators, and that would make the equivalent of maybe 3 or 4 cups of coffee. And what I would do is I would just use that over the day, pour it in the cup, and heat up in the microwave. Definitely not as good as what I can get with a Keurig, because with the Keurig you get a fresh brewed cup of coffee every time, and there's just so many different varieties. I mean, that's the thing that gets me, and you can get almost every single brand of coffee in a K-Cup, even the obscure ones like U-Ban and I'm trying to think the other one, chock full of nuts. I've actually seen chock full of nuts in K-Cups. They're a little bit more rare. When I do find those, it's usually just in Walmart, and they're not there all the time, but it just amazes me. A lot of these coffee companies really went on the bandwagon, and Keurig really became the standard. I mean, there are other ones out there, like they had the Como bar, which some of the hotels used for a while. Oddly enough, those Como bar cups you can actually use in the Keurig as well. They don't work perfectly, but they do work. And I think Nestle had something as well. Nestle put out another one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like another type of K-Cup, but they never really took off like the Keurig did. Well, I think Dad's trying to call me if that's what you guys heard in the background, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for now, bring this home, and we'll try and brew a cup of coffee. Talk to you in a few minutes. All right, guys, so I've been home for about 20 minutes now. I'm going to turn some light on in here if it allows me to. Now, it's stuck again, so I guess we'll have to deal with the normal light, but as you can see in the background there, if I get out of the way, I put that Keurig up. So that Keurig works great. I actually brewed a cup of coffee for Dad, and it works like brand new. So I still can't get over that. 10 bucks for a brand new Keurig. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm going to go ahead and end it here for today because I'm going to be fairly busy the rest of the day. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as I say every day, have a blessed day.